The word that I wanted to use, which is the opposite of really wanting something bad, is the word despondency. So this is a word that, if you go to the dictionary, is defined as low spirit, having low spirits from the loss of hope or the loss of courage, and having dejection. It's the opposite of desire. So if we're saying that desire impacts on how humans perform, on how we do in our own life, it's determined by how much we really want to be healthy, how much we really want to pass our exams, how much we really want to do things. The opposite is despondency. It's the state of having a low spirit, and it's the state of not really wanting anything that bad. You don't want it that badly. It's having a loss of hope or a loss of courage. This can actually often happen after events that happen to us in life. So if you've had something in your life that is quite traumatic, it could be the loss of a partner, or a loss of a family member, or a loss of a relative or a friend, then all of a sudden it can hit you and your spirits are crushed, and you can fall into a state of despondency. You can lose hope. You can lose courage. Another thing that could happen is you could have a failure. You could get fired from a job, you could fail an exam, you could have a relationship break down, and it can just put you in a state of despondency. I think that sometimes we have setbacks, things happen in life that don't quite go the way we want, and we become despondent. It's the opposite of wanting something so bad, and you can't operate from a state of despondency. You give up on life itself. Let's have a look at some of the signs of being despondent. So maybe you'll recognize these. Maybe at times in your life, you've had some of these yourself. Maybe even this morning, you're facing some of these things. But when you have despondency, you'll recognize it in a lack of motivation. Like if your relationship has broken down, or you've had a disappointment, maybe you don't feel like getting out of bed. You go to sleep and the next day you just don't want to get out of bed. Pessimism. That's the word that says you look at your life situation and it's bleak. You find the negative and you look at it and you become pessimistic. Bitterness is another thing that can be a sign of despondency. In other words, you're bitter. You become bitter about your life. You can become bitter at other people. You can become irritable. You can have anger in your life, and even jealousy. So you look at someone else and go, they're doing better than me, and my feeling towards them is jealousy. Why is it happening for them and not for me? Sometimes despondency is evidenced by addictive behaviors or substance abuse. So some people, particularly with alcohol or a drug, can be using that because they've lost the sense of hope. They've lost the sense of optimism, and they feel this is all there is to life. Feelings of guilt. Sometimes it's our past. Something's happened to us in our past that we haven't really dealt with, and we still feel guilty, and that guilt is pulling us down into despondency, that our spirits are low. We can even feel worthless. We feel like I am not a valuable person because of what I've done or what's happened to me, or even the way people have treated me in the past or how I've been treated. Anxiety and fear is also an illustration of that. We can withdraw, and in its ultimate, people can have suicidal thoughts or attempt giving up on life itself because of despondency. Well, this morning, if you can recognize that, you may see these behaviors in other people, you may be concerned about them, you may even have some of these yourself. I want to bring you an amazing message of hope from the Bible.